Ja, One. And welcome everybody to Canada. We're here, except we're not because the game capture isn't working. There it is. And we are here tonight for the running of the very fitting Canada 100. We didn't have a sponsor for tonight, which was sort of true, because I did offer to sponsor it with my own hard-earned money, but Chris wouldn't accept it. So it is the Canada 100 here tonight, and I am not joined by Armani DePaul tonight. He had a eventful weekend over at Homestead Miami Speedway, actually doing important things. So instead of doing with all that, I have someone very new and somebody that you might have heard before. He's been running a few races in ASCA so far this season. Not too much success, but he decided he wanted to go ahead and just take the week off and come join with me in the booth. We have Jacob Mitchell. Hello, Jacob.
Hello, Gavin. How are you doing tonight?
Jacob.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my goodness.
So, I'm doing fantastic. I'm really excited here for tonight's race here at Montreal. This one is going to be terrible. Our second road course of the season. This is our third race with the Gen 4. And this is going to be by far, I went out and did a couple of extra laps. I know you were out here a little bit ago in practice trying to figure out whether you wanted to actually race tonight. And I think as we're watching Chris basically drifting it, and Marcus are drifting it through turn 2, this is quite the handful of a track, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a handful. I only got like 3 actual laps of practice, and it was not good. It's going to take a lot of finesse to run around here, basically. And that's just something I have.
Well, we have 2 guys right now that are running near the top of the board. Obviously, Alexander Hyder, what a surprise. He's leading the way. He's really good at the Gen 4 at these road courses. He was showing off his lap a little earlier on with the call, and I'll tell you, it was unlike anything I've seen. But we also have this other character that I've never heard of before. I'm looking for him. Where is he? I'm looking for... his name is Colazzo, I think? I've never even seen him before, so I don't even have a number for him on here.
Oh, Gabe Colazzo?
Yeah, I have no idea who is this guy.
I've heard of him. I don't know much about him. His name sounds familiar. I think...
Because I don't think he's done a race this season. If he has, I don't remember. He's running the wrong... No, I guess he has a different number than what he's registered. He's put in this 116. I don't even have a fucking number PNG for him. So it just looks wrong on the fucking,
Also, I totally cannot get into the race. I don't know what's going on.
Did you select watch?
I did select watch.
And is it not giving you the option to join like it normally would on the top?
It's just perennially loading.
Just go ahead and restart your UI, go into your task manager and clear out all the iRacing crap.
Okay.
And just see if that works. Yeah, but we do have this interesting guy, Hector Colazzo. I don't know who he is. But
it's Hector Colazzo?
Yeah, Hector, yeah. But he's someone that exists apparently. Apparently he's been registered, I think. Again, I don't know who this guy is, but
oh, Hector Colazzo. I was thinking of Gabe Cazzola. I was thinking about
Colazzo,
that.
yeah. I think his name is either Colazzo or Colazzo. I really don't know. If someone wants to correct. Yeah. But he's running second right now, 141.436. Thurston is right now about a second and a half off. I'm looking for him around here. If I can find him. There's fucking Jerry Cook in the sand over there. Let's see if I can find him. There's James Thurston. I found James Thurston in a B-Fix race last night, and I ran through him during practice. So, he's had a fun night over here on iRacing these last couple nights. He's looking to have a bit of a different one. And as I say that, we do have a new fastest lap on the board. Jerry Cook, who I just saw over in the sand trap. He must have put down a quicker because it's a 147.61 there for Jerry Cook. And at the last road course that we were at Watkins Glen last month, he looked like that he had the car to beat until there was contact with James Thurston in the S's. He admitted defeat on that one. And hopefully things go a little bit different for him here tonight because he is still looking for that first win. He's been very, very close so many times, including last time at Bristol. And then last week, where were we at last week? Completely forgot. Not even hitting me in the head right now. Kansas. He was up front at Kansas as well before he had a speeding penalty come into pit road during the final green flag stop. things have not went Jerry Cook's wake. Maybe things will go a little bit different here tonight. And as I say that, Hector Collazo goes top of the board, 146.89. Speeds are picking up here in practice with about 11 to go.
Yeah, I'm looking through messages and message history from Hector Collazo. It looks like he's basically Boris said. He's basically a road course ringer, so that's probably why we haven't seen him all year.
That checks out. That definitely checks out. Fastest on the board right now. Right now, watching Aiden Smith. He's struggling to set a time right now. I've seen him out here a couple times here in practice, and you can definitely tell the difference between people like Hector and Aiden Smith. He's basically just trying to limp it around the racetrack. Let me tell you, this thing is a handful. It might not look like it, but this thing is a handful beyond belief. The finesse that you need to be able to go around these corners. And I mean, Aiden's not going fast at all. And you can see, as he's even going through the upshifts, the car is stepping out on the backside. Especially this corner in particular, it really does catch people off guard. And you can just see, I mean, look at him. He's practically almost going off the track while going about 30 miles an hour. Look at the car step out on the exit of that S. He is really struggling for grip. Hey, Jacob, what's the update on your...
I'm still having problems. I don't know. I'm going to try to restart.
That might help at this point. And while Jacob works on that, I want to show this off. There's Blackstone. First, I want to give a big shout out to Blackstone Warren, Daniel Botting. This is his home race, our lone Canadian in the field. You can see he is back in that thing coming out of the hairpin. Coming down the long straightaway before the final S towards the Wall of Champions. He has been really looking forward to this race, and we had to do a lot of pressure to even get him to get this racetrack. He was originally going to skip this race, but the main thing is, as you can just see him hopping those turtles there, coming off the Wall of Champions, coming to the line. Arevalo I see going 5th. Let's see where Botting goes. His last lap, 155.791. Now, his lap is still not counting, so he must have went off somewhere. But you could just see his, oh, look at that, Aiden Smith. And there goes Daniel Botting into the door of Aiden Smith. Aiden Smith has wrecked it over there in turn 2. Here's Ethan Harrison, right now 8th on the board. Ethan Harrison, these last couple weeks, has been so close to getting a career victory in a similar vein to Jerry Cook, who is right in front of him. I don't think it's going to come tonight. I don't think he's the road racer type, but he has been definitely hungry. He's been very close these last couple weeks. He's also been cleaning it up, all things considered. He's been doing a good job. He's been really towards the cusp of getting a suspension like others like Connor Trafari, and he's been really cleaning it up these last couple weeks. Hopefully he can keep that nose clean, because last time he was at a road course at Watkins Glen, he got wrecked by Connor Trafari on lap 2, so things did not go well for him last time. We'll see if things go a little bit better for him tonight. And here's Jerry Cook. And I like to get a bit of an onboard with him and just get an idea of what it's like here to be behind the wheel of one of these machines here in Canada. And you can just feel the understeer. We'll go through a whole lap here in a moment. Because I'll tell you, he's right now going to be trying to go for the fastest lap. He needs to find a 10th somewhere. Here's your onboard telemetry here for Jerry Cook. Coming through the final S, staring at the Wall of Champions, and coming to start his first lap here. We'll see if he can go ahead and get up to the top of the board here in practice. He needs to find a 10th. Going down to turn 1, heavy braking here. And that's going to be the course here. Look at that very early entry, trying to hop that curve, trying to carry as much speed through these first 2 corners, riding up against that white line and the curbing coming out of turn 2. Now this one's a little cheeky right here. That's a downhill corner. Another S, 3 and 4 over here. Very careful, very finessed through this section. Now you have to drift the car through this right-hander. Look at the counter steer through turn 5 into turn 6. Yet another S that he has to traverse. He can ride that curb right there. Has to be very careful coming out of turn 7. Very careful on the throttle. The back likes to step out. Now up into 3rd gear there towards the middle of the back straight. This is going to be the heaviest S behind the final corner right here. This one really does check people out. Look at the understeer through the left-hander or the right-hander. Then he can go and ride it through the left-hander, ride that curb coming out of there, and now coming towards the heaviest braking zone, or the second heaviest braking zone on this racetrack, the hairpin. Here we go, down to first gear, nearly 40 miles an hour, turning the wheel as much as you can, back on the power, and now down the longest straightaway here on this racetrack before approaching the final S once again. Right there at the 5 marker, going down hard on the brakes. First gear again. He's going to slam the corner. There goes Jerry Cook into the wall of champions. He overcooked it. That is so difficult there, that final corner, carrying the top speed that you'll get on this racetrack all the way down to the slowest. And we're going to be seeing a lot of that there tonight. And I have to cough. I am recovering. I am a covering patient of a cold. So, excuse me if I do have to cough every once in a while. But anyway. Hold on, here it comes. Oh, my liver. Okay. But I'm okay. I'm okay. Look at this little drone. I want to show this. Where is the hairpin? There's the hairpin. What's a cool angle that we can look at? Oh, look at this little pack of guys over here. Hold on. I want to take a look at this. We got Landon Warren, Jerry Cook back on the track. Look at Chris Lilly stepping out the back then, and there he goes, spinning around through turn 6. He was sideways throughout that entire section. Oh yeah, I should probably explain this. Oh wait, hold on, let me update my trading paints. 1 second, because I'm pretty sure there are some new schemes, including this one right here. So, we have we already looked at Daniel Botting. There's Owen Chabinski right behind him. And apparently there is a third one. We looked at Robert Eichelberry a little earlier, and they did hint that he also was running a Tim Hortons car. I'm pretty sure that the schemes haven't updated. I've now restarted my trading paint, so hopefully that'll show up. And there is Alexander Hyder back on the track. Since the last time that we talked about him, Thurston has found a second. He's now running the 141 flat. Hyder's got some time he's got to pick up here, and we'll see what he can do here in practice. He has about 3 minutes to go, so he can do about one more lap at the most, but he has Levi Leip in the way. And there goes Hyder just cutting through that section saying, all right, I'm not dealing with Levi. I'm going to get through. And I think that for this lap here for Alexander Hyder, it's only fitting that we go on board with him. I mean, you can see how much he's checking up the car on exit. Levi's getting in the way. I mean, you can see Levi struggling here. He cannot get that car throttled up. And I think it's best if we go on board here with Alexander Hyder, as Levi Leip is being a fucking moron. And he just fucking ruined his lap. Thanks, Levi, you fucking idiot. And I think Hyder's going to go back and reverse into him anyway. 1 second. Can I change my radio? I'm sure there's a way. Oh, wait. Hold on. Nope. Alright, whatever. I tried. Well, we were going to see a lap with Alexander Hyder until Levi ruined everything. Go figure. Oh yeah, this. I should probably explain what's going on here. Miles Davis this week. There has been a new rule that Chris has implemented, and it's specifically the Miles Davis rule. As I'm sure a lot of you guys know, Miles has been running very special schemes this season. Basically, you know, stuff like Kanye getting head and the crypto dollar guy. Chris is tired of it, so he's no longer allowing it. So, as a response, Miles Davis is doing the complete opposite. He is running a plain green car with Stillwater on it. According to Jacob, there is an inside joke about this that I'm not getting, but I'm sure someone in the audience does. So, yeah. Also, really quick, where is my
Yeah,
phone?
like I said, it's some dumb meme on TikTok.
It's a dumb meme on TikTok. All right.
It's a dumb Sigma meme. It's
Sigma.
very interesting.
Sigma.
Kids
Octua!
use
Octua! Octua!
spit, spit,
Spit! Spit! Spit!
Okay, so unfortunately, it just has not been working. But I did register for the race, and I'm in. I know you said not to, but I mean
That's fine.
it's the only way I can spectate. So we're here. Oh fuck, my wheels in front of everything. I guess I can.
Oh, my liver. Dude, my liver.
Oh man.
Yeah, my bad, guys. My liver's not doing too hot. Alright, so there's Hyder back on the track. I think that he's on a lap right now, so let's see here. He has 50 seconds to get around before practice ends. We'll see if he can set a lap. I don't know if he'll have enough time. But Hyder's definitely one to watch out for, although this Hector guy might literally just show up and win everything and then leave.
Shows up, wins one race, refuses to elaborate, and leaves.
Yeah, no, literally. Who's this? Oh, there's Wayne.
It's Wayne.
Wayne, move! Wayne, move!
Wait, is AJ right exiting the hairpin now?
Yes.
Okay, then I think I'm fine.
All right. Wayne, I need you to move. Okay, it doesn't even matter. Practice is going to come to a close here. Hector Collazo is going to be the fastest in practice. We'll be watching him during qualifying. And I think an important thing to mention, I'm surprised I didn't mention this, but these last 2 weeks at Kansas and Bristol, we've had quite the championship fight between Hyder, Thurston, and Lilly. Now, unfortunately at Bristol, Lilly got involved in a lot of accidents, and he ended up getting knocked out of point lead contention. But at fucking Kansas, Hyder and Thurston were going at it pretty good until Connor Trafari murdered Thurston. So coming into tonight, Alexander Hyder sitting with a 20-point gap. There's Thurston exiting the pits now. And there's Hunter. So we're going to be watching Hunter during this lap. We're going to see what he can put up. It was about 140.7, I'm pretty sure, during practice. So he looks like he has a lot of pace. Apparently he's a Boris Said impersonator. So we'll see how he can roll it here in qualifying. He's out and away on his out lap.
Yeah, he definitely is a Boris Said impersonator, straight down to the paint scheme.
I don't even know what that is. Bruce Still Films, apparently. And
well,
there's...
not exactly the paint scheme, but I meant more so like
What does
the
that say on the
plain
fucking...
black
Hold on, I
scheme.
gotta see what's on that hood. What is
What
on
are
that
your
hood?
ghosts in the
So
VC?
there is a part... on the back end, it says he eats shit. So there's
that's
that.
polite.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Road-
the
oh,
front
it
of the
literally-
hood says road course
Dude,
merchant.
it literally says road course merchant on the fucking hood. Yeah, okay, that checks
Oh,
out.
wait. Who you talking about, Hector?
Oh, the
Yeah,
the
fucking
rear says,
Hector.
"I
Who's
eat
Hector?"
poop- I eat poop and I drink.
I don't know.
Has he just always been registered and, like...
Yeah, he's a part-time car. So.
I mean, I guess. I'm surprised he didn't get purged, like, due to inactivity, but...
Yeah, I haven't seen him before.
I don't think he's raced
Oh.
before.
I think he raced at Watkins Glen.
I
Man,
don't...
did you
If he
see-
did, I didn't see him.
In media. What
Maybe. He
happened?
said something about only doing the Glen, so maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
Only doing Glen.
Alright, and here comes Hector. He's going to come around to start his first lap here. It might end up actually being only one lap. Qualifying is only 5 minutes long, so... This is absolutely going to be his only lap here.
I'm watching AJ real close just to make sure. See what he can do here.
Yeah, I'm noticing everyone's hugging that curb through turn 2, trying to call as much pace. Jesus Christ, Hector is... That back end through this small straightaway between 2 and 3, he is practically drifting the thing. He has a lot of confidence on the throttle.
This confidence on the throttle is something you want to have here at these road courses. Especially these Gen 4 cars, they're incredibly tough to get the throttle down.
Even Hyder was having a hard time during his practice laps of putting the throttle down. He's trying to be very delicate with it. Not Hector, though. He is putting the power down through these corners.
As AJ now making his way through into the hairpin now. I saw AJ using this really interesting technique while downshifting. He had a little bit of throttle in the car as he was downshifting.
It helps with stability a little bit. When these things downshift, they can get a little squirrely. If you put in a little bit of throttle, it's a smoother experience.
All right, AJ down that long back straightaway now into the final chicane. Probably going to see the first laps here being recorded. Hitting the chicane nicely. Here he comes down the front straightaway. Almost perfect on those curbs. He crosses the start-finish line. Ethan Harrison, the first lap, gets in. Did he not set the lap?
He might have went off. And if so, that would be the third time. Trafari top of the board. Hector just passed the line, and where does he go? Hector! 140.9 for Hector Collazo. That's about nearly a whole second quicker than the second place guy, Miles Davis, 142 flat. And yeah, Hyder must have made a mistake somewhere on his lap where he got an X, and that's going to go and DQ his lap. And that's going to be the third race in a row that Hyder has made a mistake in his qualifying lap and has to start at the rear.
Especially at this track, you don't want that to happen. I don't think he's going to get around to set another lap is the thing.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Thurston's on the track. Thurston has yet to set a lap. I don't know if this is a second lap for him. It might be, because he has a little bit of damage on the right front there. And yeah, he's not even going to come back to finish his lap. So Thurston might have made a mistake too on his lap. Here, let me take a look here. And, oh, yeah. No, oh, you know what Thurston did? Thurston going into the final corner. He overdrove that final S. He slammed the curb and hit the wall of champions. And ended his lap there. So both of our championship contenders are going to be starting at the rear today. That is going to be a lot of fun to watch. And we're done here with qualifying. Only 7 guys have set a lap. Everybody else either didn't qualify or made a mistake during their lap. That is insane. And with that, let's take a look here at our starting lineup. This is going to be so butchered here. The passing is going to be incredible. And once again, in old fashion, I forgot to set the race name on my thing. 1 second. I do this literally all the time. The Canada 100. There we go.
How do I mute people?
You have to go into your sound settings on iRacing, and what I do is I just, because I still want to like record it for when I do radioactives, right? So I'll just like change my audio output to something that like I can't hear.
Okay.
But anyway, I think there are only 7 people actually set a lap, so let's go through it. We have Hector Collazo in his first start, or maybe a second start. I'm not really too sure who this guy is. He's on pole position, 140.9. A whole second behind him is Miles Davis. Maybe this is the opportunity he needs to get into the championship fight. Connor Trafari starting 3rd, Landon Warren starting 4th, Ethan Harrison starting 5th, and Marcus Vanderlees starting 6th. Moving on here, if my page will let me, please, 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 thank you. Moving on to 7th place, Levi Leip, the slowest of the qualifiers, 145.555, nearly 4.5 seconds slower than pole position. Then we got everybody else. Now, I'm pretty sure that this, I don't even know if there's an actual way that this is determined. It might be based on practice times. I'm not really too sure. But James Thurston starting 8th. Alexander Hyder will start 9th. So things won't be too bad there for those two. In fact, their old buddy Jerry Cook's there as well in 10th. So maybe it will be a repeat. We'll be watching these 3 charge through the slower traffic. Dimitri Mundro starts 11th. Diego Roldan starts 12th. Chris Lilly starting 13th. Clinton McDonald starting 14th. Hunter M. Collier 15th. Aiden Smith 16th. Robert Eichelberry 17th. And Aiden Arevalo starting 18th. In the final 5 guys, we got Owen Chabinski starting 19th. Wayne A. Kennedy 20th. Our very own Daniel Botting starting 21st. And Quentin Haley's 22nd. And look at that, Jacob Mitchell. You're in 23rd.
I'm in 23rd, even though I'm technically not racing today. I'm just, whatever. You know why. All right.
Yeah.
So, they ran through the hairpin here, and they're about to take the green flag. what's your final prediction on who's going to win the Canada 100 here at the Circuit Gilsville move?
It's Daniel Bowding. It has to be Daniel Bowding. The storyline fits, okay? The Canada man needs to win in Canada.
You know, I like your thinking. I really, really like your thinking. But truthfully, I'm going to go with the boring pick. I think it's going to be AJ. 9th to 1st in a 40-lap race with no cautions definitely seems like it's possible for driving up to 24.
It's not exactly no cautions. In fact, there's more likely going to be a chance of there being a caution here than at Watkins Glen, because we actually have an official that's going to call them now. It's going to be manual cautions, so as we come through the final corner of the area, these guys are going to have to double it up here because everyone's kind of getting single file. Dunn's going to call cautions when he sees fit. Here we go. 40 laps in Canada. It's going to be an exciting night of action here. Our second road course race of the season. Hunter Collazo and Miles Davis bring it to the green flag. We're going 3 wide down to turn 1. A few guys missing it. That is Jerry Cook and Diego Roldan. They have to park and wait for everybody to get through. There's a big checkup coming out of turn 2. And that's big damage for Alexander Hyder. A big dent on the front end. Let's take a look at what happened. Off the line. What happens here? Into turn 1. Marcus. Oh, there's trees in the way. Here we go. Through the first corner, Jerry Cook misses it. Diego Roldan misses it. Contact between him and Levi Lipe. Landon Warren checks up hard in front of Marcus Vander Lee. Lee gets through into Hyder. Hyder has nowhere to go.
It's just the product of turn 1 of these road course races. It happens in sports car races, formula races, and officials, and it even happens here. Would have guessed it.
Hunter Collazo leads. Connor Trafari, though, is in second. He had a good qualifying run, and what I mean by good, I mean he didn't wreck it. James Thurston has moved up into 3rd place, started 8th. He just got past Miles Davis. Ethan Harrison making a peek towards the final S. Caution is out on the speedway.
It was Marcus Vanderlee.
Oh, yeah, I see him. And there's Clinton McDonald as well. We have a blockade down the straightaway. And that's going to be our first caution at a road course this season. Let's take a look. And Marcus has had a rough start to this race. Got wrecked once due to the checkup from Landon Warren. Let's take a look here.
That's not fun. Oh, boy.
Jerry Cook to the outside. Clinton McDonald trying to split the middle. McDonald gets into the back of Vander Lee. And let's see.
I don't think they touched. I think it was just Marcus being a little bit too adventurous, putting the throttle down, and he just loses it.
Oh, yeah. Nope, that's exactly what happens. Marcus Vander Lee wrecks himself. So does Clinton McDonald. They both go in a synchronized stance hard into the wall. Goes the 56. Everybody making evasive action, including our very own Owen Chabinski. But I'll tell you this much. I don't know why that was a caution.
Yeah, it was only 2 cars. It was kind of in the back. I don't see why that should have been a caution, but...
Yeah, well, I'm sure Chris will probably tell Dunn to quit doing that, because that was not a yellow. There was no blockade or anything. He was fine. So, our first caution will be out for the night. I mean, I guess the argument is that he was sitting in the middle of the track, and there were a ton of guys coming through, so I guess in that retrospect, I get it. But this is going to be very interesting here. So Collazo is going to be leading. Connor Trafari second. This will be a great re-rack for some of our guys that are pretty quick, including James Thurston. James Thurston needs to get back points in this championship. And seeing what happened with Alexander Hyder with that big dent on the front end and him up in 3rd is a really good chance here to gain some valuable points. Now, I imagine that Alexander Hyder is going to bring it down pit road here to try to get that damage fixed. This is going to be a golden ticket opportunity for him to do so. and see if he can get back into this race. This will not be the first time that he's going to have to handle a race car with damage. Just last week, he put on what I think is one of his best performances of his career. Had a beat-up car, wrecked multiple times at Kansas, and came back and won that race in handsome style. I would not be shocked if he could do it again here tonight. But coming down and getting that damage repaired wouldn't hurt, and he is not doing it. I'm shocked. That's a big old dent on the front end. You'd think he'd come in. I'm gonna have to drink a lot of water here tonight, man. I'm telling you. I am just recovering from the flu, and I'm feeling a lot better. But like me talking this much, it's drying out my throat really quick. Holy shit. And while I have the opportunity, we have a whole lap to kill before we go back green. We are going green this time by. I want to go ahead really quick and take a look at that start again. So here it is again. Down to turn 1. Watch Landon Warren, the number 23, right up here. And Landon Warren gets a little sideways there, and then he locks up the brakes. He's overdriving the corner. Marcus Vanderlee has nowhere to go, and then Alexander Hyder runs into him as well. You can see there's also Jerry Cook and Diego Roldan. They just evaded ship right there and went off into that runoff area, and is going to merge at the end of the field. So a bad start for practically everyone that we would normally see up front, except for James Thurston. And we also had another accident. That's Aiden Smith, who got a good tap there from Aiden Arevalo. He was wheel spinning coming out of turn 2, and Arevalo was not waiting for him.
Oh. This has been an eventful first 2 laps.
Yeah, well, it's Canada for you, man. I mean, that's where all the action's going to be coming from.
It gets bad to worse here. My keyboard that I use for iRacing has died.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, and I don't have any AAA batteries.
Well, you can always use your mouse.
It's slower. I have an idea.
He's going to hook up the controller.
I'm going to steal the battery from my wireless mouse, which I also use for iRacing, and I'm just going to put that in there.
Well, you gotta be efficient with your resources. But here we go, coming into the final S before the straightaway. It's gonna be Hunter Collazo, pole center, and now Connor Trafari alongside. Many drivers, including the guy right next to him, know what it's like to race against Trafari, but we're green. Here comes James Thurston for the lead, coming into turn 1.
James Thurston gets a good restart into as AJ Hyder, another good restart from him.
Oh!
Back, he shoots it up the inside of Miles Davis. He's up into the top 5 as he's now battling for P4. Meanwhile, Hunter Collazo is going to hang on to the lead, and now Thurston is under attack from Trafari.
I'll tell you, there was contact for the lead into turn 2. Thurston poked his nose in there. Collazo wasn't expecting it, and there was almost a crash in the front of the whole field. Fortunately, both of these guys know what it's like to race under dire circumstances, and were able to hold on to it. Watch out for Thurston and Trafari. Those two are not friends. Last weekend, Trafari dumped Thurston while battling for the lead. While that's going on, here comes Hyder. Hyder with a fucked up car is now up to 3rd and going after his championship rival. Right now, the top 5 sits as follows. It's Hunter Collazo, then James Thurston, Alexander Hyder, his teammate Connor Trafari behind. Trafari sideways, downshifting to 1st gear through the hairpin. Miles Davis holding on to 5th, but it might not be for long because here comes Ethan Harrison on his back bumper. Then it's Landon Warren. Jerry Cook recovering from that mistake on the first lap. He's back up into 8th. Chris Lilly right behind him, and ending the top 10 is Hunter M. Collier. Right now watching Diego Roldan. Down the inside on Levi Leip, down into the final S. And Diego Roldan will make that pass stick. That is for 13th place. Here comes Jerry Cook down the inside. Landon Warren overdrives turn 1. He has to go to the escape road. Be careful, Landon. Get back on the track. He'll lose a couple spots. 1 to Jerry Cook, 1 to Chris Lilly, and 1 to Hunter M. Collier. Landon Warren had such a good qualifying session, but constant mistakes there from the 23s led him back to 10th. It might not be over yet. Arevelo's on him now for 10th place. Landon Warren's going to give it up here. Aiden Arevalo moves up into 10th. Landon Warren is going to go ahead and just relax, see what he can do to maybe pick up some positions later on in the race.
Still no action up in the front. It's not. Fighter has not made it there. That's basically the one.
Yeah, well, it probably has something to do with all that damage. If I had to guess, it probably has a lot to do with all that damage he's got on the front of the car. Definitely is not helping him. I'm surprised he didn't stop.
He is still up in the top 3, though. And honestly, if you're thinking big picture, you're thinking points. So I don't blame him for, wanting to keep the track position.
Here's the battle for 5th. Miles Davis has done a good job defending so far. Ethan Harrison's been making peaks these last couple corners towards turn 1. And also Jerry Cook's coming onto the scene now. We know Jerry Cook's faster than both of these guys. The battle for 5th is about to get very interesting.
And the battle for 5th is heating up. Meanwhile, Connor Trafari in 4th position trying to apply some pressure to his CLD teammate, AJ Hyder.
And remember,
go into that corner.
And remember what happened at Watkins Glen. Connor Trafari had a mistake in qualifying. As you can see him just winging the back end out through turn 7. But he went from outside the top 20. He started outside the top 20 at Watkins Glen and finished inside the top 5. He was making passes left, right, and center that weekend. We know he's really good at road courses. Another guy good at road courses is Jerry Cook. Contact! There goes Ethan Harrison! Again! Jerry Cook into the guardrail! Both of them have crashed coming through the S.
Getting rid of him, and here comes Chris Lilly saying, thank you very much, I'll take those positions.
And once again, a second road course race. Ethan Harrison battling for position, put in a tight spot, and there was contact. I'll say, I was hard on Ethan Harrison at Watkins Glen. That's just hard racing. I mean, that's not really a passing zone, especially on the outside entering that S. Ethan Harrison could have absolutely given more room, but...
That off back there, that looks like it's Landon Warren.
Landon Warren's off as well, and I just, you hate to see it, but also, I mean, that's to be expected. That's just how it is.
Yeah, he just lost control, getting through the... Yeah, he lost control hitting the accelerator.
Yeah, and there's Landon Warren into the hairpin. And whoa, that was a dive there. Who is that in the 3? That's Quinn Haley. That's just not running. I guess he couldn't get his scheme ready. Yeah, Landon Warren just lost on the accelerator, probably up into 2nd gear, along with Ethan Harrison as well.
And it seems like, unfortunately, the hometown pick and the hometown hero, Daniel Blotting, is on pit road. He was on pit road.
Well, he's getting.
Where is he?
Yeah, there he is. I'm watching him right now. He's on pit road. He's doing some. I'm not really too sure,
He's
but.
got some...
Oh, contact the leaders!
Contact!
Whoa, what just happened there? That is James Thurston, who just slammed through into the back of Hunter Collazo. Both of them again saving it. That's the second piece of contact that James Thurston has given him. And that's going to openly invite. Here comes Hyder to the inside. They're on his championship rival.
They're all 4 under a blanket.
What's going on with Collazo? There's something wrong with Hunter.
I think he's just trying to get back going again after that contact. He was going through the grass there. I'm not sure if he has to serve a slowdown or not.
That might be it. Yeah, no, because they both went wide. He might just have to serve a slowdown. He checked everyone up. we'll take a look at a replay here in a moment, but things are getting really heated up. The top 4 in the race are all fighting for the lead here on lap 7.
AJ Hyder now looking, well, not really close, but he is looking on Thurston for that second position. Another important battle in that championship points lead.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, he is doing a good job, Hyder has. He has about a 20-point gap over Thurston. Thurston knows that if he wants to have the regular season championship, which is coming up 2 races after today, he needs to find any points that he can. He cannot allow Hyder through.
Can't allow Hyder through. I'm not sure where Connor Trafari sits in the point standings, but if he can take advantage of AJ having, you know, a little bit of a beat-up race car and getting past him, he may be able to, you know, put himself in this conversation for the points lead.
Thurston again coming to the back of Collazo, and we see this a lot. We saw this at Watkins Glen, where the leader trying to save tires, because that's very much a thing here, especially at a rough road course like Montreal. They'll back it up, position their car where they need to defend the lead while also saving their fuel and tires. Because, you know, cautions, besides from that first lap incident with Marcus van der Lee, they don't come by often here. You will have to rely on green flag pit stops to make sure that your car is running at maximum performance. Thurston, on the other hand, is trying to find a way through. We'll see what he can do down here into the final S.
Thurston closing in as they enter that final chicane section and approach the front stretch. And, oh man, Collazo really close to the wall of champions there that time as they exit turn 15. And now they go down into 1, the braking zone. Hard on the brakes as Thurston, whoa, he sent it a little hard. And that's going to really mess up his turning there.
Yeah, well, notice what Hunter's doing. Hunter is never braking that hard on either the left or the right side. He's always dead set in the middle. He's always forcing Thurston to be in an uncomfortable position on the track when he's having those heavy brakings trying to save his tires. Because when it's go time, he wants to make sure that he has all the grip possible. Thurston wants to be in control. He understands what is important about being in control at these road course races. That's what he was doing at Watkins Glen before the contact with him and Jerry Cook. So that's why he's putting so much pressure on the lead right now. And he might have another look down here into the right-hander.
Uh-oh. So I'm looking back through the cars. I think we might have had a rage quit.
What happened?
Ethan Harrison, who had that contact with Jerry Cook, as we saw, was getting up in through the gears out of a hairpin, loses control of his car, and then I guess in an act of rage or protest or whatever decides he's going to full throttle it into the pit entrance and destroy his race car, and he's now on pit road. So
well, that's interesting. While you were talking about that, Hunter M. Collier had a mistake down here into the right-hander. He overdrove it hard, and he goes on. I think someone else did as well. I think. No, that was just old tire marks. But Diego Roldan gets through past Hunter M. Collier, moves up into 8th place. And while that was going on, while I was talking about something completely irrelevant, James Thurston takes the lead. Let's take a look at how he did it.
Oh, he sent it up inside on the hairpin.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Oh,
yeah, there was a little contact between him and Collazo. Collazo tried blocking him. Thurston, in protest, overdrives the corner, and they make more contact. That's now the 3rd piece of contact that these two have made. I'm telling you, these two are pissed off at each other.
Oh, they are not making any friends right now.
Oh, he's back on him and more contact. We're still looking at the replay there. Collazo got into him into turn 2.
I'll tell you, Montreal and rivalries, name a better duo. This reminds me of the real-life little spat between Robbie Gordon and Marcus Ambrose at the inaugural Busch race here in 2007, if you guys chat remember that one.
Man.
But, yeah, Thurston has now pulled away, so I guess maybe he was, you know, the faster car, as he has now extended his lead to at least 20 car lengths.
Yeah, that is really... We know Thurston's been getting real tired these last couple of weeks, especially after the contact with him and Trafari last week. I think that when he saw Collazo holding him up, getting through into him, he was getting sick of it. And going into that hairpin, he just let the car slide up the track and gave him a little bit of damage, especially with that block that Colosso tried to put on him entering the hairpin. That was a little dirty on his end.
Sometimes you do have to get just a small bit dirty to make passes here at a road course. You can't always do it clean. You'd like to do it clean, but you just can't do it. Oh,
yeah.
I think
he did hit the wall. He's out of control. Whatever damage he got from that collision with Thurston is severely affecting the car, because now Alexander Hyder's all over him. He's locking up into the corners. He's having a really rough time out there.
I think he's just frazzled, as here comes Hyder now getting a nose to the inside of Colosso. They're side by side out of the turn 2 section.
Oh, this is going to be close. Someone has to give. Someone has to give.
Someone has to give. No one gives. And Hyder is going to take away second place. So just as Thurston takes the lead and tries to manage his gap on Hyder gets right back into position right behind him.
Yeah, Colosso's struggling, whether that be the tires, the damage. He's drifting through every corner here on this racetrack, maybe a mixture of both. Maybe, as you said, Colosso's realizing that these ASCA guys aren't really the pushover that he thought he was during qualifying. He's down to third, and now Connor Trafari's on his way for fourth.
Looking back through the field here, looking for any interesting stories. Not really seeing them.
I have one for you. You might have to go back up front, though, because Colosso is practically... There might be some toe damage on that 111, because now here comes Trafari to the inside. That thing is crab walking down the straights.
Oh, boy. So, Hector Colosso, with possible toe damage here, that might ruin his race. I don't know how long that would take to fix, but that is definitely going to put a hamper into any success he will have here today.
Yeah, either that or I don't think having toe damage might be a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but he is drifting through these corners when he's going through the up, or not through the corners, but down the straights when he's upshifting. He is having a lot of handling issues on that 111 right now.
As that time by, James Thurston up to a 3-second lead over his championship rival, AJ Hyder. As he seems to...
Oh, there goes Trafari through into Colosso, and Colosso just got terrorist attacked by the terrorist himself.
Yep, you just got Trafari'd, and I'm not hearing anything on the radio because I turned it down, but I want to turn it up here. I want to see what they had to say to each other after that. Yeah,
Trafari just pulled it through. We've seen this before. Trafari was getting impatient, and he, instead of trying to be patient and waiting, he just drives through Colosso instead. And that's now 3 drivers that have ran into him for position. You can say that Hyder was a bit of an over-exaggeration on my part. That was more of just side-by-side action into a single-line corner. But suffice to say, Colosso is having a big reality check right now.
Yeah, so going through that corner, listening back to the comms, it seems like Trafari actually apologizing for that contact, which is something not too common you see from the driver of the number 9, but it seems like Hector Colosso responded, "It's fine, my car is, quote, fucked."
Yeah, sounds like it. It definitely looks like it, too.
Someone is parking somewhere. I'm not sure. They're talking about parking it somewhere. I don't know, but
I'm looking around the field, and I don't see anyone parking it right now.
It must have just been some banner on the radio.
Connor's coming in. That might be Connor. Yeah, Connor's in, and yeah, we do have some green flag pit stops coming underway here. Connor Trafari and Colosso have both come in from 3rd and 4th position. So green flag pit stops are underway here early on, and now Chris Lilly sideways through the final S towards the wall of champions. He saves the car, but he loses a bit of time. Now Aiden Arevelo's on him. That's going to be for 5th place.
I don't see anything. That's fine.
And we get to see now the advantage of fresh tires. We're going to be seeing what fucking Colosso and Trafari can do.
Oh, and Colosso has disconnected.
He's done.
From
all right.
the session.
Well, at least someone that we know is going to win today.
Well, I kind of had a soft spot for Palazzo. You know, he was really giving it all. He was showing it there, but at the end of the day, I guess he had damage and he just didn't want to do it no more. But Connor is taking an exceptionally long time on.
Yeah, I think he's repairing the damage. He's definitely just repairing the damage. You know, actually, now I'm thinking about it, considering no one else was pitting, he might have had a meatball. Chris Lilly sideways, and there he goes, spinning around through the S. Through turn 8 and 9, there goes Chris Lilly. That's the second time that he's gotten sideways under braking. He needs to raise the brake bias on that car because that thing is unstable under braking.
AJ Hyder coming to pit road from second.
Well, it wasn't a fluke then. Hyder's in, and this is going to be a direct response towards James Thurston. He's trying to lure Thurston onto pit road, maybe take an opportunity to fix a little bit of that damage as well that he's got on the front end. But he wants to gain some time on Thurston on his fresh set of tires.
Connor now out of the pits after that, so it'll be interesting to see what he does gain in terms of track position on that 24. And Chris Lilly coming to pit road as well. As AJ's now out of pit road, he's not gonna do anything to fix that damage.
Yeah, no, I think that he's just gonna go and live with it. Again, I think that if he cared about the damage, he would have fixed it under that last caution. But now we're gonna watch Hyder. Fortunately for him, he gets ahead of Aiden Arevalo by just a few feet, and now he's gonna blast away here on those 4 fresh tires. If you're Thurston, you gotta pull it in probably this lap or the lap after that, because 4 seconds, especially at this kind of racetrack with this kind of tire wear, time is everything.
Yeah, time is everything. Tires make a huge difference on road courses and some ovals, but road courses where the tires can get worn out quickly if you don't know what you're doing, if you're abusing them too much. Like, you know, Thurston was battling with Collazo there for the lead. I'm sure his tires are probably shot. So I would be pitting this time if I was a driver of the 096.
Absolutely. Right now, top 5 sits. James Thurston. Miles Davis has done a good job consistently just doing what he needs to do. Sitting in second with a clean race car. Thurston keeps it on the track this lap. He doesn't take Hyder's pit stop as a threat towards his race, so he's going to continue to stay out. That goes for Miles Davis as well. Diego Roldan right now sits in third. He's done a good job keeping that car clean. Hyder is slowly approaching, though. I'm sure we'll see these two going at it very soon for third place. Arevalo doing a good job in fifth. Collier on him, and Cook with a beat-up race car after the contact with Ethan Harrison. He is still in seventh with a very similar-looking car to how it was at Watkins Glen. We do have 2 guys coming in there, Aiden Arevalo and Hunter M. Collier and Landon Warren. They're all coming in from 5th, 6th, and 8th place. And that's going to make Cook's job a little easier as he continues to try to make his way back up through the field. So does Clinton McDonald.
So in terms, oh my, did Chris Pitt, right?
Yeah, Chris Pitt. He spent
Right,
25.
Pitt,
He spent 25 seconds on pit road.
25 seconds on pit road. So however long his pit stop was, however long Trafari's pit stop was, Chris Lilly came out pretty close behind him. We'll see the exact gap here as they cross the line once again. But keep that in mind for terms of Connor Trafari, how long his pit stop was. So crossing the line, 110. Chris Lilly, 113. So 3 seconds behind ahead of Lilly is the driver number 9.
Right now in 7th place, I should say, is Owen Chabinski. He has a damaged car, old tires. Here comes Aiden Arevalo on him. Aiden's going to have to wait, though, for a better corner to make this pass as they're going through turn 6 and 7. Down the back straight, we'll see if Arevalo sets up a move here down the back. He's pretty close.
Yeah, I think that pit stop is really going to be the big difference between Connor Trafari having a chance to win this race and to not, because Arevalo and Landon Warren got out ahead of him, as did Hunter M. Collier. Here comes Arevalo's going to get around the number 42 Tim Hortons machine of Owen Chabinski, who is not pit, as he's just going to let the guys with fresh tires by. So is Aiden Smith.
Yeah, that was a parking lot.
They do not want any qualms between those two.
Yeah, that was a parking lot through the hairpin. Aiden Arevalo threw it away. So is Hunter M. Collier. Landon Warren will have to do the work next. We'll see if that Lear Smith and Owen Chabinski on the pit road now. As there goes Aiden Smith into the grass, into the concrete barrier, and he'll bring it down pit road.
Diego Roldan coming out of pit road now from the 4th position. He will lose a position to Jerry Cook, I think. Has Jerry Cook pit?
I don't think so, actually. But it doesn't, yeah, he might be struggling for grip. He just overdrove the entry to turn 6.
Now, riddle me this, Gavin. Do
Sure.
you know the pit? Do you know the fuel
Nope.
tank size here?
No idea. And
I
now
think-
Roldan overdrives turn 6.
I think Thurston might be... Oh, no, here he comes this time.
Yeah, so what...
Thurston's coming to pit.
Yeah, so what that tells me is that, and you know, I'll say this much. That's one of the big reasons why I'm surprised no one came in to top off on the first lap. I know it might not seem like a lot, but especially during a road course like this, it might be very alluring to come down pit road. But yeah, you can't make it halfway on a set of one tank, which I do think is on purpose. I think after what Hyder did at Watkins Glen last month, Chris wanted to have a bit of a smaller tank to
Here
create more
comes
opportunities.
engine number 24 down the front straightaway. It's not even going to be a contest coming off of pit road because of how late the driver of the number 96 pit, James Thurston, is going to lose the lead to AJ Hyder, who's just coming through turn 2 now. And of course, Thurston's going to have that quicker route through turn 2, now leaving pit road. It's, I don't know, I'd venture to say that's, what, at least a 4 or 5 second gap
So
now.
it's right now, the gap when Hyder pit was about 4 seconds. This is 5 seconds. So Hyder gained a second on Thurston just through that alone. If we're just looking at the direct comparison. Now Thurston has some work to do. Thurston on a fresh set of tires with a clean race car, or at least a relatively clean race car, all things considering, from the outside looking in. He's going to be having to put up a big charge here, and we already know what Hyder's going to do. Hyder is going to go ahead and just back it up. He's going to let Thurston approach him like he always has and take this opportunity to go ahead and save his stuff. And we'll watch another classic Hyder and Thurston battle in a couple laps' time.
As Miles Davis struggling to figure out his new set of tires, as he is now in 4th place on the track, now under pressure from Diego Roldan, looking for the 4th position.
How fitting is it? These two that created a whole new rule with their bullshit last week. Well, these guys ran abomination paint schemes last weekend at Kansas. And at least in Roldan's case, he was actually fighting for the win with it. So Chris put a big shutdown to that. That's why you're seeing Davis running that blank green car with still water on it that Jacob will refuse to tell me the joke about. But
because I don't understand the joke myself, but I am aware of the joke.
Okay, well.
Because, so I think what it is like TikTok urban explorers. They explore like these abandoned buildings, and like still water is extremely dangerous because of all of like bacteria and such. And so I guess kids on TikTok have created this like those who know subgenre with like terrible funk edits. That's my best guess as to what that means.
I think I'm going to kill myself. I think that that's the plan.
Well, please don't do that live on
I think that I will
ASCA.
do that live.
No, listen. If you're gonna do that, at least, like, tell me your credit card information.
Okay, well, I'll actually tell everyone my credit card information on stream. While that was going on, Hunter M. Collier has passed Aiden Arevalo. That's for 6th place. Hunter has done a really good job here tonight. At Watkins Glen last month, he finished 10th, but that was mainly just because he was limping in around most of the race. But he's really put on the jets here tonight. He's being really aggressive with it with the pit strategy. He has just passed the guy he's been trying to pass this entire race, Aiden Arevalo.
And Levi Leip has given way to the leader, AJ Hyder, and is now directly in front of Thurston, who is chasing him down. And he's going to let him by into the chicane section.
And
so this is going to tell me how quick their laps are compared to each other.
well, I can tell you this, it's under 2 seconds now in just about 2 laps time. So Hyder backing it up is definitely what's going on here. Maybe it has a little bit to do with the damage as well.
Hyder ran a 142 Thurston just at the fastest lap of the race, I believe, a 1:40.59.
Oh boy, well, things are going to get real exciting here for the lead once again, isn't it? Blackstone's in the way. Blackstone, our Canadian prince, our Canadian savior, trying to hold up the on-charge. He's in the wall right in front of James.
But he lets the leaders by. That's what you want to do when you're a lap car, so you know, good on him.
You know, Bonnie, you can go when you feel like it. And now there's no one between Alexander Hyder and James Thurston. The gap is now hitting 1 second within this lap or the next. These two are going to be going at it once again for the lead. Thurston has an incentive to attack. Another win on his course of trying to break the record Roll Don set last season of 10 wins in a season, and also trying to gain back some points in the championship after his wreck last weekend.
Oh, Thurston. Hyder a little loose to the brakes as they get really close into the hairpin. They're going to be right on each other as they exit. Now here they come down that long back straightaway. They are within inches of each other. Not quite, but they're going to be within inches of each other as they get onto the front stretch here. Yeah,
Thurston was wheel spinning that thing coming out of the hairpin. He knows that it's time to go. How hard will Hyder defend? We'll see here. Going through the final S, staring at the wall of champions. Coming to the halfway point in this race. Let's go. Battle for the lead. Alexander Hyder and James Thurston into turn 1.
Here they come, bumper to bumper in turn 1. Thurston being very patient with it. Unlike certain other drivers in CLD schemes, he knows when to attack, and the time is now as he's looking on Hyder, but he couldn't quite get to his side, so he's going to have to stick behind him here as they go into turn 3.
And Hyder is doing a good job of positioning that car. Coming through turn 2, he was really stalling it on the gas, forced Thurston to go wide. Coming out of the corner, forcing him wide again! Through turn 5, into 6, Thurston to the inside.
Is there going to be contact? No, they keep it clean as they exit the chicane again. Thurston will again have to load up another attack. This looks like it's punch-out with how they're taking turns, taking swipes at each other, but it's been clean so far. The championship rivals respecting each other as here comes Thurston again.
Yeah, Hyder, this is going to be close right here. It doesn't usually work. Hyder pushes Thurston off the road with a lockup, but it doesn't matter. Thurston has the lead over Alexander Hyder.
Thurston now pulls away. Hyder saying something on the radio. I believe it was an apology of some kind. I'll have to listen back to that.
Yeah, looking at a replay right there. I think that Thurston definitely was going to overdrive no matter what, but Hyder also did lock up. And that basically sealed the deal right there. Now Thurston can start pulling away here. Thurston in control for the first time in a while with no interference.
It's going to be good for him. But now, I'm interested to see, was the 24 saving his stuff, or was he, you know, genuinely trying to run the fastest laps he can? Maybe that 4 laps or 5 laps difference, whatever it was, is really making the magic work for the 96 here.
Yeah, but with that lockup down there into that right-hander when they were side by side told me enough that he was definitely trying to push. He might just not have the grip, and also he probably doesn't have the performance with that big dent on the nose of the car.
Meanwhile, as we have been focusing on the battle for the lead, the battle for 4th, Miles Davis has now pulled away to at least a 3-second lead over Diego Roldan. Looking at any battles further in the back, Connor Trafari, after presumably fixing a lot of damage on his race car, has worked his way back up to P8, has gotten around Chris Lilly and Landon Warren. Any other interesting battles? I'm not seeing any, so...
Yeah, Connor Trafari about 5 laps ago had caught back up to Landon Warren as he overdrives an abandoned ship into turn 1. He overdrove it hard, and that's how you know he's really pushing it. Now he has to come to a stop and has to give up all that time gained. So yeah, that's how you know Connor...
something happened with the 23.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering why I couldn't see him. And yeah, he probably spun it.
They just lost it. Getting through the gears.
Yeah, Landon.
Almost comes out in front of the 53.
Yeah, oh boy, that sucks. Yeah, he also was not paying attention. Oh my goodness, that was close. Landon's been having a rough one here tonight. It's not been going too well for him. Also, did he just tear the wall down? He did. Coming through turn 5.
just tore the wall down again?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
no.
got loose on entry and corrects it into the guardrail, wall rode it, and he'd been getting involved in a lot of accidents, but he had been keeping that car clean. Not anymore. Now that entire left side's torn up.
Yep, entire left side torn up on that. Beautiful paint scheme, my I add.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, he has not been having a great race here at Montreal. I mean, I don't really think road courses are his thing in iRacing.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's fine. Everyone has their specialties. Everyone has their weaknesses, and you know, if it means that he has to run a little weak, well, I mean, I wouldn't consider a top 10 to be a weak run, even if it is a 21 car field like it has been today.
Yeah, so right now Landon still holds on to a top 10 spot. Looking through, I mean, there's quite literally no battles on the track. We're kind of...
we have entered the dead zone of the broadcast where nothing is happening anywhere.
Hey,
so,
we should talk about how different ways that we are going to kill the next president that gets elected.
Let's not do that as Thurston. As Thurston has now lapped Aiden Smith in the number 89 Popeyes Ford. Alright, there's something we can talk about. Yeah, Popeyes.
Horrible.
Aiden Smith gassing it up.
Horrible.
I don't know. He
Terrible.
says it's location based, and I tend to believe him because that's how most fast food restaurants work. But the one that I went to was just not hitting. It was just not very good.
You know, here's my thing. If you have to say that it's location-based to defend your favorite restaurant, the restaurant's probably shit, let's be honest.
What's happening here? And nothing really.
Yo, guys, could something interesting happen, please? Oh, here we go. Levi. Oh, god damn it. Never mind. I saw Miles Davis. He was approaching Levi. I was like, oh, great. It's now time for Levi Light to do something stupid. But then he just let him go.
Yes,
You know
how dare Levi Light be a respectful racer on the
No.
racetrack? I want chaos.
Anyway, I'm watching my good friend Wayne A. Kennedy. He's literally has not done anything this race. He has quite literally just been strolling around. He's been going on a leisurely stroll.
And Daniel Botting has somehow overshot the hairpin,
Daniel.
but he keeps it going.
Here, let's go on board here for a lap with our good old Canadian friend Daniel Botting.
Man, oh man, that.
Up, he's in the fucking wall!
Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh. So Connor Trafari overshoots turn 1 and 2 again and goes through and has to slow down again.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And the only way I knew that was because Aiden Arevalo was shit talking and saying you can't park there. I mean, it's true, he can't park there. So I'm interested because I don't think anyone can one-stop this race.
No.
So I'm thinking maybe AJ's trying to two-stop it?
I mean, I think everyone has to. I mean, Thurston, if he saves really hard, might be able to do it. I mean, once Hyder pits. Here's my thing for Thurston. Thurston knows that Hyder has to pit again. Hyder cannot make it on another take. Now, Thurston is very close to halfway. I think he was around like lap 17, 18 when he came in. So he's relatively close. And also, the third place guy, Cook, is 17 seconds back. If you really want to guarantee that you can win this race without having to make that extra stop, you can back it up. Like, you could absolutely just start backing it up. You have a 17-second gap, at the very least, that you could carry yourself on. But obviously, that's a big risk. And at least for Thurston's pace, it'd be much easier just to settle for whatever the strategy tells you, which it might just be another pit stop late in the race.
Oh, is Miles Davis having a problem here in the... I think that's turn 6 and 7 chicane. I'm not too good with these road course
Yeah, it's
turn
6 and
numbers,
7.
but
You got it.
he goes off track in 6 and 7, and he didn't lose too much time on Diego Roldan, but, you know, still an off track.
Yeah, it's something for us to talk about.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for Connor to stop fucking around and catch a Revelo.
as Owen Chabinski has now become the latest Tim Hortons car to go a lap down. And Landon Warren's catching back up to Chris Lilly here for 9th.
Yeah, get his ass, Landon. Get his ass. Yeah, Chris has not had the pace today. You know, he was telling me, as you can see, Lilly overdriving the corner right there. I was just about to say that he was purposely not trying to get any practice today. He didn't think he needed it. And once he got into the, once he got in the simulator and checked it out, he slowly began realizing that he probably needs to get some because he has not been too quick. He's right now sitting 9th.
More practice can never help. Unless you're I don't know. There's probably some vague situation where more practice hurts. Oh my god, did Connor Trafari just slam the wall of champions?
No, he didn't. He did slam the turtle before it, though.
I guess. I don't know if most people consider that actually part of the wall of champions.
I mean, he didn't hit the wall, so I don't really count it.
He hit the tire barrier of champions.
I'm just like strolling through the field right now. I'm just trying to like find stuff to talk about. Owen, move. Owen, move for AJ Hyder. Move for him. There he is. Yeah, he's gonna get
Landon's closing in on Chris Lilly for the 9th position. We might have something to talk about here.
Yippee! Yippee! Thank you, Landon Warren. Oh yeah, Chris is slow.
Chris's car.
Oh, there goes Lilly.
In the wall. Yep. And there goes Landon for 9th.
Yeah, I mean, Lilly's just having such a hard time with handling right now. Even at the smallest hinge of the throttle, you can just see how much the back end's sticking out. Landon Warren moves up in the 9th place, past Chris Lilly.
Back to where he was before he had that incident going into turn 1 that one time, but I don't even remember what lap that was on. But he finally,
oh my god!
Was it Chris Lilly again?
Yeah, no, he just drifted it through turn 9.
And
Hyder's in.
Here on the racetrack. Oh.
Hyder's on pit road right now, and he's coming out. I couldn't tell. Did he not take any tires? He did, okay.
Okay, so we had a small incident coming out of the turn 5 chicane area with Clinton McDonald in the number 36. Just lost it coming out of there, and he got it back going again with no major issues.
Oh yeah, I see that over there.
He did lose a position to OJ, I believe.
And that, no, he did not. Chabinski's a lap down.
Your good friend, Wayne A. Kennedy.
Did
he was just stopping and letting the lead lap car.
We do have a battle here for 3rd. Miles Davis under attack there from Diego Roldan with Hyder watching on. This is gonna get intense.
And now, and AJ, who pit, is going to be right up on them, so I'm assuming he's just going to fly by them both.
Hyder needs them to move now. He needs to gain as much time on Thurston as possible. We'll see how aggressive he gets into the hairpin.
Oh my goodness, he is sending.
He's going for both of it. He's off. There he goes. And off the road goes Alexander Hyder. That was an aggressive move. Went through the grass. It did not work out there for him.
Way too aggressive, even for, you know, ASCA standards, where aggression just seems to be the default setting.
Just he tried getting both in one go, and just didn't work.
Roldan lets Hyder by on the front straightaway, as now Miles Davis is coming to the pit road, and so is Roldan. So
yeah,
basically he did that for virtually nothing at that point.
Yeah,
but
well, he didn't know. So Hyder's got to push really hard. Cook is also down into the pits as well. He surrenders 3rd place. This is all a big response here from Thurston.
On track for the 12th position. It's Owen Chabinski versus Aiden Smith. 2 restaurant chains battling it out. It's Tim Hortons versus Popeyes. Canada versus Louisiana. Here.
Lilly went around, sorry to interrupt, but Lilly went around the hairpin. I also believe that the 36 wrecked again, same place. Yes, he did. Right in front of James Thurston as well. He wheel spun it coming out of turn 7.
Oh boy, well, it just worked. Bad to worse for the driver of the number 36 car. As Lilly's hitting pit road. Trafari now down pit road.
And yeah, you are right. The number 4289 are going out of here for 12th place on the track.
Sorry, I thought someone knocked on my door for a second. As Thurston's pitting, leader of the race coming to pit road.
So Thurston's in. Now, this is a good move here by Thurston. He can make it to the end. He's also making sure Hyder can't gain too much time on him. I'm sorry, this battle between Chabinski and Smith keeps getting to me. They're so fucking slow. Here comes Hyder, but Hyder's not even remotely close right now.
Actually, wait a minute.
Thurston's off.
Hyder's coming.
Yeah, no, Hyder's. I mean, Thurston's got it. Thurston's already up to acceleration.
Exit, the Montreal pit exit, it's going to mean that Thurston is Hyder's a little bit behind.
Yeah, I don't know if Hyder has that raw pace to outrun Thurston this weekend. 2.5 seconds is the gap between the two.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if Hyder can, in fact, chase him down. It would be interesting. It would be fun to see that. As the battle rages on for 11th.
Collier comes into the pits. He was running in third or fourth, defending from Miles Davis. Arevelo's in as well. Yeah, I know. It's the only battle on the track right now. These two are battling for position with beat-up cars.
It's the Aiden Smith has just called it the mid-off, and I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a derogatory term. I'm sure they're embracing it.
Coming out of the hairpin, these two are going to fight it out there. They are both. Well, now they're actually on the lead lap. Last two cars on the lead lap. That is Thurston coming up to him, so they got to settle this quickly before he shows up.
I mean, if they're I mean, listen, if I'm Hyder, I'm hoping they don't settle it. I'm hoping, hey, keep battling for this essentially useless position. So, because even though Thurston is the leader, they have a right to race.
Yeah. The only thing is that especially Aiden Smith, he's just been moving out of the way for these guys that come up to him. So we'll see if he keeps up that attitude. He is right there on the back of Chabinski, though, coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, Thurston, I know, is screaming in his head, move out of the way. Let me have the open track. But it doesn't seem like they're willing to give him that so far.
Let's see. Here he is. He's right there on the back of Smith. Smith's going to move out of the way for him.
Smith moves out of the way, but will Owen Chabinski...
Whoa!
Yes!
Oh my god, man.
Thurston
and there goes Chabinski.
And there goes OJ. So Thurston does get the open track, and they will continue their battle, I'm sure.
That was a small scare there by James Thurston. Got right behind Chabinski and immediately lost the back end. But he holds on to it. He is pulling away, nearing up to 4 seconds here after just a lap or two.
And we're back to that, the not talking about much.
Well, Landon Warren's in, so he's going to lose a couple spots here, including one to Aiden Arevalo now, as Arevalo and Wayne A. Kennedy fight. And as I say that, Wayne just completely misses the corner. Jesus Christ, Wayne.
Wayne Kennedy. Oh yeah, he got his tire into the grass.
Coming out of the pits here for 9th place, Lilly and Warren are going to go at it again.
What? It's Miles Davis.
Uh-oh.
4th position, he just loses it coming out of, is that turn 7?
That would be turn 9.
Turn 9, and Diego Roldan basically gets the 4th position for free.
Yeah, Miles Davis with really the first mistake that he's made all night, and it's going to cost him big time. Miles going to have to lock in and catch back up to him.
As Hyder has now gotten past the battle for 11th. As the battle for 11th is now side by side.
I got something a little bit more exciting for you. Trifari is now in the back of Hunter M. Collier. He passed Warren and Arevalo during that green flag cycle, and now Collier's under pressure from Trifari.
This is a battle for a top 5 position.
It's a battle for a top 6 position.
Is it? I thought it was...
Davis is in 5th.
And Chris Lilly has just stated over the microphone that we are never coming back here. So,
Well, he's only saying that because he sucks here. We're coming back here next season.
well, I would prefer, honestly, to see, like, a rotation of road courses. Like,
As long as it's in
like,
Canada, it's fine. Collier overdrives turn 1 and opens the door for Connor Trafari. Trafari moves up into 6th place. Unfortunately there for Trafari, that might be the last place that he gets. He has about a 31-second gap between him and Davis up the road.
Yep, this is not Formula One where you can feasibly make up a 30-second gap. But, did Collier just blow another corner, or did he just lose that much time? Oh yeah, he just lost that much time against Connor Trafari.
Aiden Smith's into the pits while Owen Chabinski overdrives the corner. The battle for 11th was continuing before that moment.
Oh boy, your favorite driver in the Cup Series, Levi Leip, is now impeding
Why
Thurston,
is he doing that? What the fuck?
and he just drives straight up.
What a fucking idiot. Why was he doing that?
He just blew the corner.
He was blocking Thurston. Why was he doing that?
He said he got worried that Thurston was going to hit him, and
What?
he didn't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
I get
turn
worried that he's gonna hit him, so I'm gonna literally stop right in front of him and brake. Fucking idiot.
I think he intentionally went straight off.
Yeah, he obviously
wanna.
just... Jesus.
As we are now under 10 laps to go here at Montreal, and it is...
We have a new battle for 11th here. McDonald overdrove the entry to turn 6 to try to get around Chabinski, and Chabinski pulls the crossover on him.
And not much else to speak of there.
Cook's on his way as well. Somehow he's been able to hold on to that 3rd spot with that beat-up race car.
Wyatt.
Oh, there goes McDonald right in front of Jerry Cook, coming through the hairpin.
Oh, brother.
That is the 4th time, I think, that McDonald has spun on his own here tonight. Going down into the hairpin, he overdrove the entry. And then when he got onto the power, trying to find some rotation, he ended up spinning himself. Good avoidance there by Jerry Cook.
It's not the day you want as
Chabinski brings it in.
So, let's look at the lap times here between Hyder.
Whoa! Thurston almost wrecked himself coming through turn 4.
Whoa, I saw that.
Yeah, I thought that maybe... I know that he was probably just fucking around a little bit, but like... Oh my god, that was a dead sideways car. That could have been a really easy overcorrect.
And that could have killed his race if he had not done that.
Oh, battle for 4th is back on. Roldan overdrives the entry to turn 1, and Miles Davis is going to shove the nose to the inside. They'll be side by side going into turn 3. Oh, it's going to be close right here. They're making a lot of room for each other. Here comes Davis trying to roll around the outside. Roldan sideways coming out of turn 4. They'll continue side by side into turn 5, going into turn 6.
Here comes Roldan up the inside, has the preferred line.
Oh, they both overdrive.
They both overdrive. This is the most exciting battle on the track, and it's for 4th. Here comes Davis back up on the left side into the DRS zone, which doesn't exist for these Gen 4 Cup cars, as Miles Davis almost looks like he turned on the DRS as he just pulls away from Roldan there, going into turn 8 and 9.
Yep, you got that right. But Roldan's coming back. It's not over. Davis into the fence a little bit, into the grass. Here comes Roldan to his outside, coming up into the hairpin.
The way these guys are racing, it's like they're trying to bring out a caution. I mean, if they have a big wreck, I don't know if they would bring out a caution, but...
They'll continue side by side out of the hairpin. They've been side by side for nearly half a lap now. Roldan defends again from Miles Davis as they come down the long straightaway, coming towards the final corners.
And Roldan's going to pull away as they get to the final chicane here, as they head towards the front straightaway in the Wall of Champions. Diego Roldan, of course. Whoa! Davis just clobbered the tire barrier coming out, and that might end that battle.
We'll see here. Davis, I think, is a little quicker than Roldan, but Roldan's a lot better when it comes to positioning his race car defensively.
So that time by Hyder was just a little bit faster than Thurston.
Well, a little bit ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, it was only 2/10, so, but he cut it down. Maybe it was because Thurston had that moment coming out of turn 4, but he's now found himself right behind the lapped car of Chris Lilly. And I know Chris is the moderator and the owner of the league. Do you think he maybe tries to hold up Thurston and help Hyder out? Probably not.
Well, I imagine he won't because he isn't a hypocrite most of the time.
Ooh, as Thurston ate some of that curb and nearly clobbered the wall of champions. That time by 1:42.035 as Chris Lilly lets Thurston go. And for AJ Hyder, I couldn't quite tell. It didn't give him a lap.
Yeah, this battle up here is getting close again. Davis back on the back bumper. Coming through the hairpin. They were getting extra loose going through the center of that hairpin. They're both really fighting hard here late.
Oh, and no change of position there, I don't think. But Hunter Collier is trying to close in on Contrafar for 6th position.
And Roldan's giving it up.
Battle.
Roldan gives it up to Davis. I don't know why he did that, in all honesty. Roldan was having a lot of wheel spin down the front straightaway, but he's just giving it up there to Miles.
Yeah, it just seems like he wants to bring the car home in one piece at this point.
Oh, Roldan overdriving down into turn 3. He might start fucking around now, which isn't good, because the last time he decided to do that, he purposely brought out a yellow.
Yeah, I don't want a repeat of that scenario. And I don't think they'll give it to him with manual cautions. I think they'll just boot him from the race and say, have a nice week break in 2 weeks. I suppose it is getting time to plug the next race here, which I gotta bring it up. I'm not well versed on the schedule.
Yeah, well, next week we're gonna be heading out to. My brain isn't catching up on that. I literally was just looking at before this.
Next week is at Pocono. Well, not next week. In 2 weeks, it's gonna be Pocono for the LHR 140. At 8 p.m. Eastern, as per usual, with ASCA.
And we're going to be going to New Pocono, which is lame. No one likes that.
Well, I think... I don't know. With Old Pocono, it was,
Well, just because you are bad at it doesn't mean that everyone was bad at it, okay?
Okay, so Chris Lilly is at 550 ping.
Well, that's not good.
He's rapidly blinking, and it is climbing severely.
Well, hopefully he doesn't die. That would be very unfortunate.
As Aiden Smith has a black flag, apparently.
Yeah, I saw him. He completely blew past the final 2 corners. So I'm not shocked that he has a black flag. As he has continued his battle with Owen Chabinski throughout this entire race.
Oh, boy.
And, yeah, he's come to a stop here because I'm pretty sure he has a time penalty he has to serve.
It would appear that way as Diego Roldan has caught back up to Miles Davis. And is now looking at his
to the inside!
Turn 8 and 9 complex, and he just completely blew that corner.
Yeah, here we go. Still side by side coming out of turn 9. Roldan might have a time penalty he has to serve for that cut. Miles Davis stays ahead as they come towards the hairpin, and yeah, Roldan definitely has a time penalty he has to serve.
So I'm looking at the points scenarios here. It is a point per race. So AJ versus Thurston, as we know, It looks like this round is going to swing in the favor of James Thurston, who, barring any stupid mistakes, is going to pick up his 4th win of the season with less than 5 to go now. And once this race ends, it's going to be 2 weeks, 2 races to the playoffs. It's going to be Pocono, as we mentioned earlier, and then Darlington the week after. So we're going to see some drivers making some desperate moves. One guy to watch in terms of desperate moves is probably going to be Owen Chabinski, who's 13th on the point standings, and I believe it is the top 10.
It's the top 12. It's the top 12. Oh, into the wall goes Miles Davis. Coming out of turn 4. Roldan's on him now. Going into turn 5. Going up into 6. Roldan's going to make a dive to the inside. He's sideways on corner entry. There goes Roldan.
And Roldan's right back on it.
Yeah, and another mistake there from Roldan. Thanks for getting aggressive. He tried to capitalize on a mistake that had been made through turn 4. Down the inside into 5. You saw him, Davis went down just a little to block that, and that made Roldan lose complete control, under braking, completely sideways, tries to lock it down. He's able to keep it off Davis. Davis makes evasive action to the high side of turn 5. That was a good save by all of them. Good stuff.
That's what you like to see. Best of the best, keeping their equipment safe. As Thurston was really close to the wall again, coming out of 5. Going through the A9 complex. He's just kept that car out of trouble today.
Oh yeah,
When most others have, you know, gotten into a little bit of a situation, he's just been basically up front the entire way, keeping his car clean, keeping his nose safe, and overall just having a really good day.
Yeah, well, here's another thing. Miles Davis overdrove the final corner on the track. He's going to have a time penalty he'll have to serve at some point. And, oh, there goes Wayne. No, Wayne A. Kennedy has stopped over in turn 2. He's brought it to pit road. And let's see here. What the hell was he doing?
Oh, he just had a really bad turn 1. And,
yeah,
really
he
died.
locked it up. And then, yeah, he got back on the throttle, lost control, slammed the fence once. And then I think that as he was trying to get it back going, as he tried getting it back going, he spun it out again. And I think after that, he parked it. So unfortunately for Wayne, he's been trying to limp that thing around the entire race. And things won't end up for him. He's going to bring it to the garage.
Just not something you
and Aiden Smith as well. Trouble down into turn 6. Too much curb. Locks it up. He's able to save it. He keeps going.
Too much curb seems like a really good motto.
And Miles Davis again through turn 9 completely overdrives it.
And this battle between Miles Davis and Diego Roldan is going to come down to the very last lap, isn't it?
Yeah, well, these two just keep making mistakes everywhere, and Levi Lipes up ahead as well. We'll see if he gets out of the way.
We can only hope so. Yep, Levi Lipe is going to get out of the way, fortunately for everybody. Get out of the way. Yep, he got out of the way. Hold on to.
3 laps to go here at Montreal. This has been a really hectic race, to say the least. A lot of drama, but there's been one thing that stays constant as he's coming up to the back of Landon Warren, and it is James Thurston. As he's coming around here to take 2 laps to go, is going to be, I believe, if my count is correct, a 6th win of the season. And he is on course of breaking an ASCA record set by our defending champion, Diego Roldan, last season of 10 wins on a season. Here he comes, the 2 laps to go. Nearly 12 seconds ahead of Hyder.
The website says 4 wins this year. I don't know if that's correct.
He didn't update it after, fucking Bristol. Because it's Bristol, Charlotte, fucking Fontana,
Iowa.
Iowa. I might be wrong. I'm trying to think. Bristol, Iowa, Charlotte, Fontana.
Bristol, Charlotte, Iowa, Fontana.
What was the 5th race? What was after Watkins Glen?
Was it Atlanta? Atlanta?
No, you know what? No, it's 4. Never mind. I can't count. I swear I thought he had 5, but he will have 5 here in about a lap and a half from now.
Like I said before, beating a dead horse.
Wait.
It's been a very...
Yeah. Right. Hold on. No, now I need to figure... Now, hold on. Now I need to look at it. My brain is not working.
I'm gonna look at it too.
I'm just looking at the race announcements. Yeah, okay, he has 4. Never mind. I'm overthinking it. So, correct. I'm going to go and correct myself. This will be the 5th win of the season for him, but still, 11 races in, and you've won nearly half of them. That's a good record to have.
You like to see it? Here he comes down the front straightaway, coming to take the white flag. I think it's the white flag.
It is the white flag, yes.
That it is. It's the white flag, sponsored by nobody. As James Thurston has pretty much dominated today, has led pretty much every part of the race that wasn't under pit strategy due to AJ having it off strategy. I'm yapping.
Well, this is the time to yap, Jacob. I'll tell you, James Thurston has had a really exciting season so far, and whenever he isn't winning, he usually has ended up wrecking by someone else's business. But this is definitely going to be a big statement for him. We're coming towards the final 2 races of the regular season. He wants those bonus points to fight for a title in his rookie year up against Alexander Heider. And he went out there and kicked his ass here today. Nearly 12 seconds between him and Heider as they approach the second half of this final lap.
Doing some showboating there down the stretches there on the left side of the racetrack. There was kind of doing mini burnouts almost. As here comes James Thurston into the hairpin, like you said, Gavin. Just an amazing season so far. 4 wins on the year. This is going to be his 5th, and he has taken the fight right to AJ Heider, trying to pick up those bonus points, again, like you said, and trying to get a really good resume going into the playoffs.
And down the long back straight for one final time, coming into the final S, looking at the wall of champions. He might become one day as he drifts it out of the final corner. 5th win of his career, the 5th of the season. James Thurston is going to showboat it to victory lane here in Montreal.
The only little mistake he made all day was just spinning it out there at the line, but that certainly wasn't no mistake. As AJ Heider following him down the front straightaway here to take 2nd place, and to round out our podium, Jerry Cook, who had a bit of a mistake at Watkins Glen. I'm not sure if he got the podium there, but he's going to get it here, and he's going to finish 3rd place at Montreal.
And then we have to wait a little bit. We have to go all the way back to the beginning at the end of the hairpin to find Miles Davis. We're able to get away with this here at our road course. Everyone's spread out. Here comes Miles Davis. A really good performance there by him tonight. I didn't take him as the road course kind of guy, but even with all the mistakes that he's made, he's done a good job of defending Diego Roldan as he slams the wall of champions down. Coming to the checkered flag, he'll take him 4th. And how about this? I can finally say a decent run for Diego Roldan as he is literally just bringing it to a stop because he wants to do some burnouts. Diego Roldan's going to bring it home in 5th place as he's just fucking whipping around. And big shout out here to Connor Trafari bringing it back with a fucked up car in 6th place. He's going to go ahead and full throttle somebody, and that man is Wayne A. Kennedy.
R.I.P. Wayne A. Kennedy, as Hunter M. Collier brings the Kia Stinger Fortnite car. He just wrecked
the thing.
Line for P7. And Aiden Arevalo, the last car on the lead lap, going to bring it home in P8. Rest of our top 10 is Landon Warren in 9th.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
Chris Lilly in 10th.
Arevalo just fucking murdered himself. Good Christ. But with that being said, let's take a look here at our finishing results after 40 laps here at the Canada 100. James Thurston fights back here in the championship, winning here at Montreal. Heider the Silva for second, Jerry in third, Miles Davis in fourth, Diego Roldan in fifth, Connor Trafari sixth, Hunter M. Collier seventh, Aiden Arevalo in eighth, Landon Warren ninth, and Chris Lilly, after a hard day, is going to bring it home inside the top 10. Going outside our top 10 now, we got Clinton McDonald and Owen Chabinski 11th and 12th, along with Aiden Smith in 13th. Then we got Levi Leip in 14th. Daniel Botting, our very own, in 15th, bringing it home for the Canadian crowd with a good top 15 finish. Probably has to thank Wayne A. Kennedy for towing it late in the going. He brings home 16th. Hector Collazo, so much excitement around him today. Started from pole position, but he wasn't able to make it happen. Contact between him and Thurston on the track led to him bringing it down pit road and calling it a day. 17th for him. Robert Eichelberry in 18th. Quentin Haley 19th. And Ethan Harrison in 20th. And our final two guys, Marcus Vanderlee brought it in after the first couple laps, 21st, and Dimitri Mundros did not start the race in 22nd. And that's going to go and round it up there for tonight's Canada 100. And if you guys don't mind, we're going to take a small break. I have to go shit out my liver, and I have to get some water. So we'll be right back here in just a second. All right, we are back, everybody. Hold on just one sec. I gotta get all the shit up. 1 second. There's that. Can I pull up this? Yes, I can. There we go. Perfect. It actually wants to work properly this time. Welcome back, everyone, to the ASCA post-race show. I think, Jacob, are you still taking a shit? Hello? Are you there? He's still taking a shit. All right, well, we're going to start without him, and we're going to start off with our race winner, James Thurston, 5th win of the season, 5-11 races, and one of your most dominant. Yeah, I want to start off with you early on in the race. First off, it seemed like early on in practice you weren't figuring out too well. It was a work in progress for you. How was your qualifying lap for you? Because you had some trouble. Yeah. Yeah, no, everybody made mistakes. Colosso. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because that was the first real exciting battle that we had in the race. You two were, Collazo was doing a lot of blocking, a lot of early braking, putting his car right in the middle of the track. What was your reaction to all those moves that he was pulling? Oh, yeah. All right, and finally, James, I want to ask you about the pit strategy that we had today, because with this long green flag, and also with a smaller tank this week compared to when we had at Watkins Glen, it led to a point where you had to stop twice. What was your approach to the pit strategy, and how you were willing to respond to Hyder's moves? All right, well, James, another win. This could be your 5th in 11 races. You have a really good record going. It seems like whenever you aren't winning, you're wrecking. But all things considered, if you keep up this record, you might have a chance at a title here very soon. I'm not going to interrupt you this time. Do your little sponsor thing that you like to do. Yeah, hopefully. But with that, James is going to be your winner. Let's go ahead and get the other perspective. AJ, your trouble started in the second corner of the race. What happened from your perspective? We're going in 2 weeks' time. We're going to be at Pocono, the modern Pocono. Well, AJ, I did want to ask you, why didn't you pit to try to fix some of that damage during the caution period? Oh, fun. Yeah, well, hey, you know what? All things considered, you brought a piece of shit car to a second place finish, all things considered. So I'll take a good day out of that. Yeah, you take those. You take those. All right, well, Hyder, I'm going to go ahead and let you go here, brother. All right, now we got the top two. Hold on. I need to look here. I think we should. Yeah. Yeah. Jesus. Well, Connor, you had a lot of pace, though. I mean, you were charging through that field. Mm-hmm. Well, Connor, I have some bad news for you, Connor. Connor, you caused another accident, Connor. You wrecked that fucking what's his name, Colazzo guy. You wrecked him, Connor. What happened? Why did you do that to him? Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. No, go. Let me hear it. Let me hear it from your perspective. Let me hear it. Yeah. All right, well then, Connor, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Even if you had pace for more, you were still able to salvage a bit of a fucked up car and a big ol' 42-second penalty to get a sixth place finish. So, hey, there's some good in that. There you go. All right, well I'm gonna let you go here, Connor, brother. All right, now I need to make it clear. There is something that is called terrorist guilt, where a terrorist, after committing the crime, feels guilt and they try to delude themselves. Let's make this abundantly clear. Jafari murdered that guy. But it's okay. No, there's no survivors when it comes to terrorism, Jacob. Anyway, let's talk about ASCA. Diego Roldan, get in here. I believe you finished 5th. You did it. You finished 5th. You actually finished the race. You finished the race. And there's really only one thing that I want to ask you about, and that's with that whole battle you had in that entire second half of the race with Miles Davis. What was that all about? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Well, I actually was going to suggest something like that. I have a theory about Thurston, if you'd like to hear it. Well, no, it's not correct. I think that he is surrounding himself with pure, hardened, spread thin uranium. I do. I think that it is mutating his body to fit iRacing. I think I figured it out. We'll talk to you in a moment, Chris, Mister. We never bringing this track back onto the schedule. One more thing rolled on. One more thing before I let you go. And you mentioned this when you came in here, but you finally did it. You finally, after having multiple races where you were in a position to maybe even win, end up getting crashed, and also after a suspension, you finally have a good race and you finally get a top 5 finish. How does it feel to finally get it done? There you go. Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you go with that one, Diego. A top 5 finish for you, and I'm going to... I don't know what that was, but we're going to leave it at that. We only have a few more people to go. Collier, I'm going to be on with you. I think I said this last week, too, but I really don't have a lot to say. You kind of were just chilling in, like, the top 10, weren't you? Well, okay, well, that's good, because I thought you were going to say get rid of Canada. What? What happened? Oh. Oh.
So nobody heard any interviews?
No! No!
Oh, Gavin.
I did it again!
Oh.
You know what? You know what? You know what? If anyone is going to hear any interviews, Daniel, get in here.
Yeah, bring him up.
Daniel.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Daniel. Good evening. You did it. You
I fucking hate Montreal. I hate Quebec. I hate the French people.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Whoa! Hey, I just unmuted the stream, and we're already
sorry.
getting racism.
Hello, friends and family. Sorry, what was the question?
Okay, so roll on here. Not roll on.
I know the question. Least favorite race. Go.
No. Here's what we're gonna do. I have a plan. So as I've just realized, I have fucked up every single interview. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna ask you.
That's fine.
No, we're gonna role play.
Oh,
Okay.
huh?
You're James Thurston. Are you ready to go? James Thurston, you got your 5th race win of the season. It was such an impressive win on your resume. We already know what you're going to be saying, all right? You know, like, oh, it was such a good race. Alexander Hire stupid. Hey, can you list off all your sponsors really quick, James Thurston?
Yeah, Pissing in My Cup Motorsports. Really love that, guys. The race was easy. AJ was sleeping half the time. Thank you to that 31 car for letting me buy all the time. And, fuck, what are my other sponsors?
I don't know, James Thurston. Yeah. What are your sponsors?
I sponsored Tim Hortons.
They're there, but Pissing in My Cup Motorsports.
You know, James Thurston, I'm noticing that you are stuttering a lot. Are you in the possession of drugs?
Hi, officer. How are you?
Why you talk about Aiden Smith behind his back? Oh wait, no.
All right.
Rover's.
All right, but you know what? I ruined the post-race interview. We're getting everyone get out. Everyone get out.
Oh,
Oh my god. This post-race interview has been so awful. I'm getting lung cancer.
How much uranium
toilet.
is in your system?
Yeah, Gavin.
What?
Gavin, an announcement has to be made.
What's the announcement?
Tim Hortons has pulled its sponsorship from Spartan Motorsports.
No.
After one race?
They witnessed us wrecking 3 cars they didn't want to see anymore.
Where was the third one? Robert didn't have his. I updated the paints. He didn't have one.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Anyway, that's the end of the post. Anyway, that's the end. To close us out, Wayne, get in here. Levi's not getting an interview.
I'll put the
Wayne
email
Sassler. I give you
Wayne,
the pass.
Wayne, close us off.
No, do not say a slur. Do not say a slur.
Everyone be quiet.
Why not?
Wayne's gonna close us off here with something.
So I was proud of our Pissism, which is our Power Smash Infinity's motorsports car, which isn't mine. I actually stole from the back of Thurston's. I didn't know how to drive it, as you can clearly tell.
Oh,
We stole Thurston's backup. My bad. I'll give you $5 and like a coupon from Burger King, Thurston. That's all I can give you.
The fact that you did his sponsor read better than Blackstone's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie.
It's Blackstone. He doesn't know how to do it.
Listen here, I don't like French and I don't like pissing in my cup motorsports.
Yeah, so we
I love
could.
pissing in my cup.
All right.
Well, to
we're
fair,
done.
Daniel,
Everyone
you might not
out.
want to get
No,
a drug
no,
test
we're done.
anytime soon.
No, goodbye, all of you. Goodbye.
Well, I want to. Oh shit, he's
Oh,
gone.
Gavin just